Hey guys, I just wanted to walk through the computer build that I just put together, and this computer I mainly use to put together videos and render videos and edit videos, and I game a little bit but not enough to really require a high power GPU, so I don't have that in this particular build. But this computer does have quite a bit of power and it doesn't break the budget by any means. So I'm just going to kind of walk through some of the parts that I put into this thing, and also list the parts in a PC build in the video description in case you wanted to build a similar PC. So this tower was about $40. It comes with 3 fans. It's got one on the side, one going out of the back, and it also has one going out of the front. And then also on the front of this tower, excuse me kitty, it's got some USB spots, a power button. Alright, my cat's gonna have to move. Here you go, kitty. Alright, and then you got, you can't really see it in this lighting, but there's a headphone jack and a spot for your speakers, as well as an area in the front to put a CD drive. CD drives are kind of going the way of the VHS, but I still, find uses for it, and it's just nice to have that option. And yeah, that's it for the front. Nice design, you got that black and blue, and then the fans on the inside they got blue LED, so it looks kind of cool. And a lot of metal on this particular case. Some plastic parts here and there, but all in all, it's a pretty solid case for the price. Again, I think I paid about 40 bucks for this one. And now let's go through some of the parts here. I guess we can start with the CPU. So underneath this fan right here, we have a Intel i7 6700k 4 gigahertz quad core processor. This is going to be the Skylake processor. It's underneath this cooling fan here. I'm not a big fan of this cooling fan. I got it 50% off, so I thought I'd go for it. It actually broke my previous motherboard, so I had to get a new one. Luckily, they gave me a refund for the old motherboard. That I had just a really hard time getting this particular fan snapped onto that particular motherboard. This one had a little bit more space, so I was able to have a little bit more success in that for cooling the CPU there. All right, moving on. I guess we can talk about the fan next. This is a Deepcool GAMX 400. This one was $19.99. I got it on eBay. A pretty good deal for the. I think it's regularly priced $40, but you should be able to get it in that $20 to $25 range if you're interested in this particular fan. Again, I'm not a huge, fan of this fan, but, on this new motherboard that I have, it seems to be fitting out and working out all right, so that's that particular fan. Moving on to the motherboard, this is a ASRock H170 Pro 4. It's pretty nice. It's black and it's got these like copper things on there. I like how it's laid out in terms of having space to kind of fit everything in comparison to the first motherboard that I used for this build. This one's a little bit better spaced out, I've found, and I've just been really happy with this particular motherboard. And going on to the RAM sticks here, we got some G.Skill, and these are each 16 gigabytes a piece. This is DDR4 RAM running at 2133. This particular motherboard supports up to 64 gigabytes of RAM, so if I wanted to, I could double it, but even at 32, this is way more than I really need. This computer is pretty powerful, and I haven't even been close to, maxing out what it can do, but yeah, so that's it for the RAM sticks. Next thing I can talk about here is the hard drives. It's kind of hard to see in here. I got a Crucial, it's going to be a 525 gigabyte SSD solid state. It's actually the first solid state hard drive that I've
had, and I'm really impressed at just how fast it fires things up. And I put Windows 10 Pro on there. And then down here I actually put in my old HDD hard drive from my old desktop. This one's 1 terabyte, and I kind of just use it as a mass storage. I can back up my SSD, and I can also put like videos and things, bigger files that I don't need on my SSD, even though this SSD is 0.5 terabyte, so it's not too much of a concern. It is nice just having that second hard drive on here coming over from my old desktop. Alright, and let's see. I already talked about the tower. I guess we can talk about the power supply here. This is a EVGA 750W. This is the bronze certified power supply. It's more power than I needed for this particular build, but I guess it allows me some wiggle room if I wanted to add a GPU or more RAM or things like that. Again, this one's going to be 750 watts of power. And the reason that I got this one instead of a lower powered one is I got a pretty good deal on it. It was like 40% off or something. It was in that, I think it was somewhere between like 50 to 60, somewhere in that range. So I think it regularly retails for more in the 80 to 90 range, but I just got a particular deal on this one, so I went ahead and got this particular one, and I've been happy with it. It comes with a lot of different connectors and things, so you definitely won't run out of things to plug in your different components. And those are all of the new things that I bought for this particular PC build. I also added this disk drive from my old desktop. That's one of those things that you can get uses out of as you transfer it over to a new rig, and that's just going to plug right into these actually I think it's plugged into this one up here. And another thing that I added for my old desktop is this wireless card here. You know, if you don't have to go wireless on this desktop, you can plug it directly into the internet with an Ethernet cable, but I'm a little bit further away from my internet box than I would like to run a cord across the room, so it's nice just having this this particular wireless card here coming over from my old desktop. And as you can see here, you know, you got a lot of different places where you can add things to this particular PC. You know, you can put in your GPU and things like that. I don't have a GPU in here right now. I actually did have a GPU on my old desktop. I haven't decided whether I want to put it into this one or not. It's fairly old, so it might be getting outdated. I'll have to look into it to see if it's worth putting it in here or not. But again, I don't game as much as I used to, so not a huge requirement for me to need that GPU, at least at this point. And also I can just show you some of these ports in the back. You got your USBs, your DVI, HDMI, and you know, all that good stuff, Ethernet. So yeah, that pretty much does it for this particular build. I've been really happy with the performance of this computer. And yeah, I guess if you have any questions about this particular PC, you can put those in the under the video, and if I get around to it, I'll answer your questions, or maybe there's someone else that can answer your questions for you in the conversation area. I'm not, you know, a computer building expert by any means, but I had a lot of fun putting this one together. And I think I'm going to be building another computer maybe in the coming months for a friend of mine who's looking to get a decently powered PC at an affordable price. And I'm just a big fan now. I used to always just get, you know, just the, you know, the desktops you can get that are pre-assembled for you essentially from the different companies. My last tower I got from Gateway. I think I got that one in about 2010, 2011, in that range. It was getting a bit slow these days, and it, you know, just kind of lagging. So I had the funds to do it, so I thought I'd go ahead and put together a pretty powerful PC that's going to last me probably the next 5 to 8 years. And you know, there's room to grow in this one in terms of adding RAM or, you know, a GPU or things such as that. So pretty happy with the performance that I've been getting out of this thing. And again, thanks guys for watching this video. If you're interested in more tech videos in the future, you can hit that subscribe button. And
if you like this kind of content, you can click that thumbs up on the video. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.